Hey guys, what's going on? It's Hey Coach Ryan, episode 13. I'm Coach Ryan Knapp, and today's video is geared toward people that run with something in your hands. So if you run with your phone in your hands, or you know someone that runs with their phone or a handheld water bottle, this is going to be a video for you to watch or for you to pass on to someone. Because what I've noticed over the last year or so is that when people are out running and they're holding these things in their hand, which are becoming more popular just because more people have cell phones and a lot of people run with handheld water bottles too, that it's having a pretty bad impact on people's running form. And it's really screwing up the way that they move their arms, which is important when we run. Now, why is how we move our arms and our upper body important when we run? Okay, so I'm gonna look at that first because it's important to understand what's going on. And then I'll show you what I'm seeing with people on their phones and how you can make that quick switch, okay? So our legs are obviously very important when we run, but we often neglect our upper body and forget about how our upper body should function. So if I draw a line that goes from my head down through my nose, down through my mouth, through my belly button, out to the ground, that's called the midline, okay? And when I'm running, I don't want anything on the right side to cross over to the left side. I don't want anything on the left side to cross over to the right side. So our arm function should basically stay on that side of our body. And what our arms do is it helps to counteract the movement of our legs. It helps to keep us in balance, and it also helps to keep us in this plane of motion. So basically when we're running, I don't want to go this way. I don't want to go this way because that's losing energy. All I care about is going this way, straight. I don't want to go this way, I don't want to go this way. And our arms help to do that by counteracting what our legs are doing. So if my left leg comes forward and up when I'm running, my right arm will also come forward and up. If my left leg goes behind, my right elbow and my right arm go behind. Left leg comes forward, right arm comes forward, okay? This is how we counteract, and this is how we stay in balance. This is how I keep my pelvis straight, my upper body straight, and my shoulders straight. And I could do this, and I can show you how your arms should work, basically by illustrating this principle, okay? So what you're gonna do is if you're sitting, stand up, and put your legs shoulder width apart into the ground, okay? You're gonna hang your arms down at their side. Now, in order to get how our arms should function, we're just gonna keep our arms at our side and we're gonna swing them, okay? If we swing our arms and if everything's going well and you have the ability to do this in your shoulders, you should feel your torso, so basically this part of your body and even your shoulders and your pelvis stay straight. You shouldn't feel yourself swing side to side, okay? Stay nice and straight. Nothing's crossing over the midline, right? So you don't see anything going across my nose. This is crossing the midline. That's not what we want. We want this. So we're gonna swing our arms. Now, simply, we're gonna bring our arms up in a 90-degree angle. So I'm swinging. Now I'm gonna bring our arms up in a 90-degree angle, and I'm gonna keep that motion going. And this is how our arms should function when we run. Really easy. This is how we're doing it in isolation with our feet and with my feet shoulder width apart and into the ground. If I were to run, all right, my arms and my legs would just work in unison. They work in motion. That's how we are. Not crossing my midline. You don't want to do this. If you swing your arms like this, right, and you cross midline, what happens? You start to feel your right, if this arm goes this way, you feel it spin your right hip and you feel it spin your right shoulder. When you cross your left, the same thing happens that way. Okay, so this is how our arm swing should be. There are certain people that hold them a little higher, certain people hold them a little lower, but really you don't want to cross that midline, okay? Now, all of a sudden add a phone into equation, right? What does holding this do, and why is holding this little, small, not heavy phone screwing up our running form? Well, what our body likes to do is when we hold on to something, we like to keep it close to us. We also just like to keep our arms down in general, right? You don't see people walking down the street going like this, all right? We like to keep our arms in close to us. So present a running phone and hold it in your hand. And what people do when they run, and what I observe all the time, and what I observed 7 people do today when I ran on the Charles River, 7 out of 7 who were running with their phones in their hands. I didn't see one person not doing it. Everyone was doing this. I don't like to use double negatives. Everyone was doing this with their phones today, which made me come home and be like, I have to shoot this, okay? We want this motion, right? Put our arms down at our side, bring it 90 degrees. This is the arm swing we want. Add the phone in, and what do people do? They do this. They hold on to the phone, they keep it close to their body, and they don't swing this arm, or they swing it very minimally. So all of a sudden I have this awesome motion. Now I tuck this right arm in. Now what happens? Right? This shoulder does not go back, So this gets stuck basically. So this arm can do one or two things. It can keep swinging like normal, which feels awkward, or because this is stuck, you start to do this. So you see people run like this. Okay? We want this. This is what I saw 7 people out of 7 do today. Running with their phone, and it kind of looks like this, I guess. I'm a little over exaggerating, but it looks like more like this. And when I do this, if you're still standing and you put your feet shoulder width apart, you can even put your left leg or your right leg in front of the other and do this. What do you feel happen? Automatically, when this shoulder sticks, this arm swings across, my shoulders rotate, my whole torso rotates, and my pelvis rotates when we want to be going this way. So I want to be going this way, and I'm losing a crap ton of energy going in this direction, and I'm also putting excess strain just on my lower body and my upper body too. So when you're holding something in your hand, I told you, it wasn't going to be hard. We learned what our arms want to do. The quick solution is when you're holding something in your hand, swing them. Swing your arms. If you're holding a water bottle and I'm holding a phone in opposite hands, swing them both, okay? Don't keep them close. Don't do this, or don't do this guy. All right, when you're holding something in your hands, make sure you're swinging those arms. Down at the side, this is how we want to start. This is how we just feel how it counteracts ourselves. Now we bring it up. This is the counterbalance, really easy. Make sure you're swinging your arms. Don't keep them tied to your sides. If you keep them tied to your sides, that's when the running form goes wrong. That's when our arms start coming across midline, makes everything shift to whatever opposite side we're holding, and that's not what we want. It's not efficient, it's not economical, and it could possibly cause an injury down the line. It could, I don't know if it's going to, but if we can just eliminate how that works, that's good. So what I want to see is, especially if you're in Boston, if you run along the Charles River and you're holding your phone, I don't want to see this. I want to see arms moving. I want to see shoulders going back, shoulders coming forward, chest staying forward, pelvis staying forward, everything staying aligned in this plane. All right, so I'm going to kneel down. So that's episode 13. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. If you run with your phone, please make sure to keep your arms moving. You can ask any questions with the hashtag HeyCoachRyan. You can ask on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, wherever you want. Ping me on those, those platforms and places too. And I will be back tomorrow, hopefully, with episode 14. So thanks so much. Make sure to keep those arms moving, swing those arms, and we'll see you next week or tomorrow.